bought his new car 3 days before that. And he was just riding around in his car. He said, Mom, I'm going for a ride. And they killed him. They killed him.
So it looks like we got another George Floyd situation here. George Floyd 2.0 is what the media is probably going to run with. This Dexter Reed character here, he was shot 96 times within like 41 seconds of these police interactions. So they basically pull him over for a seatbelt charge, and he's got super dark window tint. And what does he do? Doesn't comply. And what happens to him? He gets shot. Apparently the guy shot first, so of course the police are going to shoot at him, right? Let's take a look.
Quickly escalates. One officer puts what appears to be his gun on the windshield. Reed then fires first, hitting an officer in the forearm, according to the initial investigation. Then, chaos.
Hey! It's St. Louis gun! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Reed goes down. Then, 3 final gunshots, 96 in total, according to investigators. A gun was later recovered from the front seat of Reed's car. Portia Banks had just been on the phone with her brother in the minutes before it all happened. Then, she turned on a police scanner at her shop.
Listening to the police talking, like saying shots fired, but I can hear all the shots on the scanner. Like I can hear so many shots, so many shots, so many shots. But didn't know that it was my brother. So then to know later on that night that them shots that I heard and then the ambulance going past my shop was my brother was the most heartbreaking thing that I could ever feel in my life.
One of the family's attorneys argues this never should have happened in the first place.
There was a weapon recovered in his car. However, it started with an unconstitutional, pretextual, and unnecessary stop of Dexter Reed. And that's what precipitated the entire incident.
And questions remain over why tactical officers initiated a traffic stop for a supposed seatbelt violation. As part of a brief statement, Chicago police says this incident is still under investigation, but the stop is where it all began.
If you don't stop my nephew, he'll be alive today.
Reed's uncle sitting alongside his father.
When this happened to my nephew, I hope the police can understand that this is the same pain that they feel when an officer is killed in the line of duty.
It's a pain that manifests in memories and pain that manifests in despair.
They took my son away from me. He ain't got that no more. I don't know what I'm going to do without him.
And I just wish that I could talk to him one more time. But to see him gunned down, I never ever thought that it'd be him. I never thought that it'd be him. I never thought that it would be him.
I mean, you see what he's doing right there. He's just asking to get shot when he's not wanting to comply with the police officers. The guy's rolling around in a ski mask. You know what I mean? He's rolling around in a ski mask, and apparently he's out on bond for a prior gun charge, and these police probably know who he is. They know who they're dealing with, right? They're like, he probably got a gun. And he does have a gun because he ends up shooting at them, ends up striking one of the officers in the wrist. So this guy's dangerous. I mean, look at the way he's dressed. He's dressed like he's looking to do a hit or a drive-by, you know? And the guy won't even roll down the window, setting himself up to get shot, unfortunately.
He had just bought his new car 3 days before that. And he was just riding around in his car. He said, Mom, I'm going for a ride. And they killed him. They killed him.
Look, guys, now you've seen that, right? I mean, by all accounts, this is sad, right? The loss of life is always sad. Just as been the same sad if the cop lost his life and the criminal didn't. But still, I mean, they targeted this guy for a reason. He had prior convictions. The guy was rolling around with dark window tint, rolling around with the ski mask. Like, that's normal. Like, you seriously looking for the ops that seriously that you got to roll around with the ski mask? They knew who he was, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? They're plainclothes officers, tactical unit, rolling in full force on a guy who might be dangerous and armed. And sure enough, he was dangerous and he was armed because he shot at the police. He didn't even comply with their simple commands. Roll the window down, get out the vehicle. Couldn't even do that. Unfortunately, the guy lost his life, but still, you should have listened. You know what I mean? You should have listened, because if you just listen to the cops, you keep your hands on 10 and 2, then you're not going to die. You're not going to get unalived. That's pretty much what this guy didn't do. He didn't listen. Now, I understand people can say, yeah, well, all the police are bad. They just want to kill the minorities left and right. And sometimes that may be true with some cops who are the bad apples, right? You got to admit, there are bad cops, and they should go to jail, 100%. If they're a bad cop and abusing people and shooting people for no reason because they're black, of course they need to be behind bars. But we can't sit around and act like this guy is a saint right here. You know what I mean? We're going to start having race riots now. We shouldn't be idolizing people and pretend like this guy is someone we need to burn the city down for, because I don't think so, man. I just don't think this is a reason enough to just throw everything away and say, hey, hell with everything. We're about to burn down all our businesses now. Shoot everyone up. Shoot the cops up. Burn down the city. Defund the police again. Because the only community that's going to be suffering is going to be the black and brown community. That's going to be the first community to get hit worse with crime again. With guys like this kid right here rolling around with a ski mask. They're going to be the ones shooting at you guys, unfortunately. You know what I mean? This crime is already pretty bad in the black community, and now it's going to get even worse because everyone's going to start freaking out. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe to Buzz Review. See you on the next one.